Listen, yeah, only you alone can touch my heart. Your voice on the phone makes me sleep at night. Why don't you come and sleep in my arms tonight? Cause I love you. Oh, nah, yeah. You like fire, water in my head. And the boats okay, that my shoe. Oh yeah, love you long time, I want you, mommy. Oh yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Exclusive Sarah, and guess what? It's story time today. You don't want to miss this. And this is how it's done. Listen attentively and answer the bonus question at the end of the story. Comment your answer at the section below. Stay tuned and watch.
Theirs was a love that blossomed suddenly like rose flower in the summer season, so bright, colorful, and beautiful. What could go wrong? But winter comes and who knows what will survive. Uche could still remember the first time he really met Ada. That still remains glued to his memory like a second skin. It was at their school's prom party. Being an average student and a reserved one at that, he had no date. And as God would have it, was it God or providence? It doesn't matter. She had none as well. As Uche sat staring into the vast hall with hands placed on his chin, there she was, suddenly in front of him. "Hi," she said. She had to say it a second time before he could get himself to believe this beautiful damsel was actually talking to him. "Hello," he stuttered. "My name is Ada. My date cancelled last minute. I can see you without one too. Would you mind being my date?" She said this with a smile revealing a perfect set of white teeth. "I don't mind," he heard himself say. And so the night went, from listening to the lecture to dancing and sitting close to each other. There wasn't much said between them, probably because of the noise, or she was just as reserved as he was. In the end, they exchanged numbers and bade each other farewell. After a month of constantly chatting together, they finally agreed to date. Uche still couldn't believe it. It felt too good to be true. Who was it to be dating this complete package? Pretty, well-mannered, and caring too. What did she see in him? But as time went, he felt more confident of her love. Nothing could possibly go wrong. But it is when nothing can go wrong that everything goes wrong. For months, the two lovebirds went about their affairs the way young school leavers probably can. They met whenever they could, wherever they could, away from prying eyes of family and friends. They weren't ready for marriage, so no one can know. Holding hands all day, touching, kissing when they were sure no one was watching, and speaking all sorts of love nonsense into each other's ears. They both later took JAMB and passed. They applied to the same university. Unfortunately, only Ada got admitted. Uche was devastated because he didn't make it, but even more so because he would have to be without his Ada for a year. She spent the remaining weeks consoling him and querying his fears. She promised she'd keep loving him. Distance wouldn't be a problem. He can even come to see her sometimes. All the same, the time came and she left. It was all he could do not to cry. 6 months later, they were still going strong. Or were they? For the first few months, she called him at least once a day. It gradually reduced to once a week. And then not at all. Uche understood. She was a student. She doesn't have enough money to buy airtime all the time. So he did all the calling. These days her number was always busy. When she managed to answer the phone, she says she's busy. He asked if he could come to visit, but she was busy. He could understand this too. He was a little hot. She couldn't make out some time for him, but he understood all the same. After all, she should be reading her books. She had very little social presence. Sometimes he saw pictures of her at night classes on her status, and he was convinced she was working really hard at her books. But one day, a friend of his came to visit. He attended the same university as Ada. As they discussed school life, his friend was scrolling his WhatsApp status at the same time. And by chance, Uche saw a familiar figure and asked his friend for his phone so he could get a better view. His friend was surprised to see Uche go suddenly white, like he had been struck by lightning. There was Ada in another man's arms by the poolside. He fainted low before he saw the caption, "Chilling with my boo." What would he do now? Should he confront her about the picture? Should he pay her a surprise visit? Or should he just break up with her? What do you think? Comment your answer at the comment section. What should Uche do?
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give your answer at the comment section below. We'll be having so many love tales, so stay tuned. Always follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel, like my videos. Love you.